Hey all, hope you're well. It's the beginning of November, and that means it's time for another Microstock earnings report. But before I get into that, just briefly, this is my first earnings report as a monetized YouTube contributor, and I just want to thank everybody that's subscribed to my channel and watches these videos. Super appreciate it. Don't expect to get rich off YouTube, but it's just kind of an acknowledgement or a milestone that has value. So regardless of the money, it's a goal I set for myself and I've achieved. And so I'm super happy and I'm super thankful for everyone that subscribed. You're awesome. The second thing I was going to bring up is this is more of a question. And so I'd be curious your thoughts. One of the things I like about watching other YouTubers' Microstock videos is I get to see what they're selling and their approach, and that's helpful to me, and I find it actually just interesting. I also find it inspiring. And in my earnings reports, I don't typically put in a lot of content. I just put in like a key sort of highlight image for some of the different sites. Maybe I'll only include it if there's some sort of educational method that I can include with that image. But I was thinking was doing a separate video that would just be sales. So it would be sort of like for in each month, it would be just like the name of the site and then, 10 sales, name a site, 10 sales, just so people could see more of what my stuff sells. I don't know if that would be useful or of interest, but I didn't want to do it if it's not going to be sort of looked at, because going back and pulling that stuff out and putting it together does take a little bit of work. So if there's interest in that, let me know. I would be happy to do that if there is. That's it for the preamble, and let's just jump into the sales report, starting with Adobe stock. Okay, so my lifetime position, if you get your contributor position amongst the other contributors at the top of the screen there, is now 8,360. So that leaves me fairly far back in the pack, although I don't know how many people contribute. So I did go up 40 spots this past month. I have 7,201 images in my portfolio, and I have 255 video on my Adobe stock portfolio now. And I had 257 total sales on Adobe, all images. And the net earnings for those sales was $227.81. So that's an RPD of 89 cents. Actually a really good month for me on Adobe stock. And in part, it's because I had two really good sort of extended license sales. And the first was this image of the John C. Stennis nuclear-powered aircraft carrier. And this shot, I took a bunch of shots from the deck of the USS Missouri battleship in Pearl Harbor while the John C. Stennis was actually spinning around and leaving Pearl Harbor. This one was while it was still kind of parked on the dock, but it was an amazing experience, and I've sold a ton of these photos actually. So once in a lifetime kind of thing, and sometimes it happens, and so you got to have your camera so you can make those stock photos. The second image that sold really well, that was the value on that one was $22.74. So that was a good sale. And then the next one that I want to bring up earned me $28.42. And it's this shot of, it's basically the side of the building with a Union Jack hanging from it. And it's in the Covent Garden area, or the Seven Dials neighborhood. And I just took it this summer, so it was nice to have it sell for a good amount. Okay, moving on to the next site, Shutterstock. So my portfolio on Shutterstock is 9,806 images. I have 741 video uploaded and accepted into my portfolio now. So my video portfolio is growing. I had 271 image sales and 4 video sales. So another month with video sales. But my total earnings, like all in, was $127.20. The images earned me $109.99. and the videos earned me $17.21. So the RPD on the images was 41 cents and the RPD on the videos was $4.30. Now, if you watch my videos or my earnings reports, you'll maybe remember that last month on Shutterstock, I think I sold 6 videos, but that earned me almost 500. So yeah, I had 4 video sales, which isn't that much less, but dramatically lower RPDs on those videos. So they sold for almost nothing. One sold for just like $1.50. So yeah, so it is what it is. I mean, I never expected to have $300 sales a video for every month, and it's an average in a long game, and I'm still happy that I'm getting sales because hopefully those kind of get into the algorithm, and there's a better chance that they'll earn and make more money in the future. So, wish it was $500 and not 20, but that's just the way it is. And so, if you're gonna play at this Microstock game, you kind of gotta sort of smile at some of this stupidity. Anyway, what I will show you though is this image here. It sold for $18, and it is of a storm cell sort of building up over the prairies for a big electrical storm, thunderstorm that I took last summer. And if you watch my rural videos, then you'll probably recognize it, or maybe you have forgotten, but I did post a video where I took this shot. $18, so that's good. And that's Shutterstock. So funny month, but whatever. Moving on now to Istock. Istock Getty. I have 6,592 images in my Istock portfolio, and I have 29 videos. So my sales were 114. One of those was a video sale. My total earnings was $63.32. So an RPD of 56 cents. And the one video that sold was a video, it was a time lapse I took on the Peace Bridge, which is the only one that's really selling for me on iStock. But the net value of that time lapse was 55 cents. I don't like my time lapses selling for so low. The other stuff that I take on my iPhone or my GoPro or whatever, I don't care that much just because the amount of work is limited. But when time lapses, which actually put effort into, sell for so little, that I find a bit problematic, but it is what it is. What I am going to show you for my highlights from iStock is a whole series of images of the Alberta Legislative Building sold. The capital of Alberta is in Edmonton, and these shots are of the legislature. So the reason why I'm showing you that series of images is that I just wanted to highlight that it's good to make sure you get multiple angles and take a whole bunch of shots of a subject that you're going to shoot, because you don't know what angle or what image the buyers are looking for, or how many they want to pick from. And sometimes they just take all of them, and maybe they have different projects, or maybe they just want them for different purposes. But yeah, just try to get a good set of images from a single shoot, even on the architecture or the exterior sort of travel side. So it's always helpful. Okay, the next site that I'm going to talk about is Dreamstime. I have 11,291 images in my portfolio now. 292 of those are video, so that's 10,999 on the images side. I had 48 sales, and they were all images, unlike last month where I had video sales. So 48 image sales. That earned me $23.11. So another big drop from last month where I did have those good video sales. But whatever. The RPD on those was 48 cents per image. And the best selling image I had was of these surfboards on Waikiki Beach in Hawaii. Some tourists picking out some boards for rent. Images sold tons for me. As a side note, we're going back in at Christmas time, so in December, to Hawaii, to Waikiki actually. So I'm looking forward to that, especially given what it's like outside right now here in Alberta is pure crap. It's winter, Canadians, life, snow, whatever. It is what it is. But the reason why we're going is I just turned 50 in October, so it's the Hawaii 50 thing. I'm getting old, and I'm gonna need a lot of warm weather, I think, as my bones sort of seize up. Anyway, that's it. Don't want to belabor this, but I'm looking forward to that, and I'll probably do a vlog in Hawaii, at least for some travel photography and relief from the cold. Anyway, moving on. Alamy, 9,528 images on my Alamy portfolio. I had 5 sales. Usually I only get 2 a month, but the gross on that was $17.10, and my net was $4.21. So 5 sales, less than $5. What can you do? I don't know about Alamy. The sales used to be good value sales, like low but good value. Now it's like low but bad value. I'm not super happy with Alamy at all, to be honest. The 2 best value sales that I got at Alamy this month was these 2. One is the Shakespeare's Head pub in London. And this other one here is of, I don't know if it's a princess castle in Disney World. I don't know if it's Cinderella's castle or Sleeping Beauty. I can't remember. I feel like it's Cinderella, but Disney images don't typically get accepted on the Microstock sites. Alamy does. So it's not really a good category to shoot just because you can't put it in front of as many buyers. So typically it's not that valuable. So if you're doing Disney World or Disneyland, it's almost better just to go and have fun and not worry about taking your photos there. Anyway, moving on to Pond 5. My portfolio there is 4,934 images. I have 1,194 videos on Pond 5 now, so it's going up. I had 3 more video sales, and that earned me $61.89. So I'm pretty happy with that. I had about 70 last month from Pond 5. So if I can kind of get in that 60 to 70 range on Pond 5, that's a good chunk of change, I think, and that's enough to keep sort of pushing that forward. So hopefully it continues to work there. The video I'm going to show you is this shot of grain elevators in Moseley, Alberta that sold. And I just want to show you that clip because I just took that as B-roll for a video that I did just on one of my rural exploration abandoned photography videos. And it was just B-roll, so I didn't shoot it for Microstock, but I uploaded it anyway. And so just so you know, if you're doing other projects, some of that B-roll can also go to Microstock and also sort of generate something else for you over time. Deposit photos. I have 9,814 images in my portfolio, all images. I have 45 sales last month, and that earned me $14.69, so a pretty low amount. The RPD there is 33 cents. That's kind of typical to be in the sort of 27 to 33 cent range, and so it's all just a numbers game there. And if you don't get many sales, you don't earn much. And sometimes you can get the bigger license sales. This month I had 3 photos from a golf course. It's in Palm Desert. It was a Marriott. I can't remember what it's called. It's been a while since I've been there or we were there. It was for a conference, and I just got up early and went out and shot the golf course at like 5 in the morning. If you're ever staying in a hotel that has a golf course, and you have access to that, just go and shoot that, because those images, golf course images, sell And if I ever get a chance, I'm going to do more golf course video, drone photos, whatever I can do. Just because golf course is good. Okay, so the small sites, the minnows, Wirestock, I actually earned $10.75 on 14 sales. Again, my portfolio is around 400 images there. So, $10 off 400 images is pretty good. And so despite all my, issues with Wirestock, I don't know if they have some sort of, as part of their deals with some of the sites, maybe some of them have sort of better algorithm placement. But I do sell images on Wirestock that I don't sell on the sites directly through my own account, even though I've put in sort of obviously not the same images, but equivalent images just to sort of test how things work. And so that's interesting. The review times are a disaster if you use their keywording tool and you're not a subscriber. If you provide your own keywords, it's still a long time, but it's a little bit quicker. But they are selling, so take it for what it is, I guess. Big stock, 6,806 all images. I had $7.90 in earnings on that site. 123RF, I had no income reported on this site for the month. I don't know what's going on there. If it'll get reported later in the month or whatever, since they changed their model a bit. Still trying to figure out what's going on there. Probably doesn't matter that much anyway because it's going to be like $2, so I'm not super worried about that. Won't affect my earnings report. CanStock, I had 0 sales. Fine Art America, 0 sales. And Archangel, 0 sales. So that's the total for me in the month. And what that adds up to is a total earnings of $523.67. And of that, $79.65 was video earnings. And so that's my month of October. I'm pretty happy with that. That's fine. If I can be above 500, I aim for 600, but if I'm close, then I'm not going to be upset. Anyway, hope you got something out of this. Thanks again for your subscriptions. I really appreciate it. All the best and have a great November, if that's possible. It's like the worst month of the year. Anyway, peace. Take care.